Alrighty, folks. The season is ending and everyone has their try-hard pants on. Or their super ragey pants. You're going to see the next following videos, which are pretty interesting in several ways. One of them might be a little bit morally questionable for you guys to accept from me because it has perhaps one of the most special people I have ever played a game in. If you watched my stream that day, you know what I'm talking about. But either way, yesterday I played a few games, well, 5 games, and there were issues in a lot of them. This one in particular was probably the most peaceful one, and that's saying quite a bit. I mean, you can't really see, again, team chat unless I do a stream cut, and one of those videos will be a stream cut. That's how that's how amazing the team chat was, and I just want to share it with you guys. Anyways, you can see, playing Gragas because he's one of the better junglers to super try hard in right now. So a lot of people will say things like, pick the meta and dominate the game or shenanigans, right? I always completely disregard that unless, it's one of the champions I'm very comfortable with. Because I always tell people this. Just because a champion is currently meta doesn't know a person knows how to actually use them in a way that makes that meta relevance, relevant. Like, I've seen a lot of players pick right now top lane Urgot because Urgot apparently is super powerful in solo queue and super meta. And they don't know what they're doing, and then they just kind of flounder and get punished and lose. Same thing with Sion. They try to do that in-team Sion thing, or they pick a Kali, and they just kind of lose. So yeah, if you don't know how to play a certain champion, don't. That's why I still tell people play your most comfortable champion or respond to matchups rather than just sort of forcefully pick a champion you're not too comfortable with, or pick all rounders. And speaking of all rounders, and not just in shape of his massive girth, it's Gragas. He's probably one of those champions I will always pick, even if he may not be completely meta, simply because he can do a lot of things. Like, again, I've mentioned it before, you can go super tanky with him, you can be the aura carrier, or in the case of this game, I go with the on-hit boom build, taking in Runic Echoes, taking in the Iceborne Gauntlet, and just try to, and then Dead Man's Play sometimes, and just try to wombo combo someone to death. And you can see, you can take a bit of due to the changes to W, you can take a bit more of a farming approach and just run around, farm, and you're pretty sustained now thanks to that change. It allows you to basically always have your passive running now, rather than when you go into a camp, you burn your passive cooldown with all your abilities all at once, so therefore you really don't get any healing in the subsequent ones, except when your long cooldowns are off. So it was a pretty good change. It already happened a little while ago, but it essentially it made it very possible to sustain yourself as Gragas a lot like it was a long time ago. And, you know, or you can just go super ganking. Like in this game, you can see me. I've been globetrotting. I've been going through every lane, ganking and whatnot. I only have Runic Echoes, and you're going to see me. I'm actually going to stick around for a while. Before I actually go back to buy items. Something happens and I try to intervene and do something. In this case, my body slam didn't get to hit Nocturne, which if it did, it probably would have, killed him. Or if I had my ultimate off cooldown. And, so just kind of putting myself out there and farming the lanes and pushing them and keeping them away. By the way, that Cassiopeia skin. How many of you have never actually seen that thing in game? I was surprised that that thing was in game. I'm like, oh yeah, she has one of those skins. Here, going through the side bush, trying to gank Shen because he's being pushed against by the Ahri. By the way, top lane Ahri and mid lane Irelia. You would think it would have been the other way around. And either way, I go in and it's not the worst ultimate. It could have been better launching it closer to the Ahri, but Ahri missed a charm and some of her other spells and didn't get to kill the Shen, so that's kind of sad. But yeah. But yeah, anyways, as I mentioned, I've just been globetrotting. I only have one item. I at this point had like 2,500 gold in my pockets. I'm waiting here because I was predicting that Nocturne would come down bottom lane, and he actually does. But I want you to keep something in mind. I don't know where he is. I know he was here, but I just kind of had to blindly go in because the vision just was denied of me. So if I could see properly, I would have been able to probably turn that whole thing around with a good placed body slam and then ultimate and knocked him out. But unfortunately, that just isn't the case. Dead meat am I. But yeah, my team is pretty wombo combo-y too. And a wombo combo team, when you're getting pretty much ahead, is an extremely brutal one. The enemy team has quite a bit of a late game, or late game potential, at least especially with the control and damage Cassiopeia can pull out when she's got full items. Nocturne could possibly assassinate someone. You know, Shen can split push later on and cause pressure, and then Tristana is just the machine gun of the machine gun late game. By the way, that's a whole lot of mistakes happened there, and Nocturne just kind of got to walk away from that. That's pretty sad, actually. But yeah, I know it's pretty one-sided so far, or it's gonna be one-sided mostly. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was probably, I'm going by all the games that that I played, and I'm telling you, how progressively worse and worse they got, or messy. This is kind of like foreshadowing and kind of advertising the really, really amazing team battle that's coming soon. Oh boy. Just when it's probably going to be either tomorrow or Saturday, but we'll see. When that happens, buy some popcorn and get ready. I know, I should be talking about this game, but that game was amazing. Anyways, poor little Tristana, she gets caught, and with Body Slammer, I actually do just get absolutely murdered because I took way too much damage from the minions and from the Nocturne and from Sona. But Nocturne pays the price for that. Sona's like, oh no, music, save me, and then just dies too. So that's pretty sad for her too. And from then on, you pretty much know we've got this game on lock. I finally actually buy items so I can destroy people. Or, I mean, I already bought items when I died the other time with Nocturne. But now I'm buying, I was thinking buy Gargoyle Stoneplate. But no, I just buy the stopwatch and then I changed my mind to buy more health later on. So I could just, do more things. But anyways, yeah, like I said, Gragas is just an absolutely wonderful champion to learn to play. And it kind of was weird that after he got reworked, some people hated him, and obviously they were wrong about that. He became godlike, and Riot nerfed him several times, and then people just abandoned him. But it was hilarious that even before this W buff, he kept creeping back into the meta, because it turns out he's extremely powerful as a tank or whatever you want to do with him, because his kit is honestly a little bit too overpowered as it is, not ignoring numbers on it, because the numbers can make it go either way. It's a really powerful kit. So even if he was weaker than he is right now, he probably would still be stronger in some fashion or another. The weakest probably would be an aura carrier, but even then, just a body slam CC, it was just a wealth of CC he has makes him godlike. Well, look, the disparity between the teams is not even that gruesome except top lane. So it's just they keep making these weird, greedy mistakes. In that case, though, I made a greedy mistake and, got myself killed because I thought I could burst down the Tristana hard enough. I really make some kind of fancy plays, but it only amounts to finishing off the Tristana. And Cassiopeia was left to her lonesome, and she got killed. Then Herald is summoned so he can break down the tower. Nocturne comes in and just gets, chunked down, and he runs off for a little bit. Herald, bam, Kablamo, destroys the tower, and as soon as that's down, Leona goes in, grabs Ahri, grabs Sona, and they give a weird little chase. Shen comes in too close, gets charmed, and gets absolutely obliterated, which puts Sona too close too, and then she gets killed too. And then Tristana comes in and starts cleaning house, because that is the way, in solo queue goes. But yeah, here's a question for all of you guys. So those who are still watching by the point of this video, what rank did you guys manage to make it to? Did you also get your honor up? That's actually the interesting thing, in that a lot of people did not get their honor. I mean, probably by playing enough times and at least doing well in some games, some people will honor you enough, or at least not raging, period. You probably will get enough honor. But some people in the forums were really, really upset that they didn't have enough honor after playing the entire year to get the rewards, which kind of speaks a lot of volumes about how they play. But anyways, go in, Cassiopeia, Bomber, she gets close. It's just really sad, but I wanted to watch this next kill because I was actually pretty kind of happy with it because it was hilarious. Sona comes in, I'm putting myself in position to body slam her. Body slammer hit her, move to the left because I know she's going to reaction. She's going to use her ultimate as a reaction and just kill her. She stunned my teammates who didn't see that coming or didn't predict it. Shen goes in, gets charmed, gets chunked down, takes a whole lot of beating and doesn't get dropped. Opens up Tristana to getting obliterated. We're celebrating, hooray, she's dead. And then Nocturne comes in, kills Ahri, immediately gets exploded, and ceases to exist. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Just sort of watching that. we regroup ourselves a little bit. And like I said, you can see my build. I believe the last item I was building was Dead Man's Plate. Although at this point it's just mostly, you know, flavor. I could have built anything and it wouldn't have made much of a difference because we're already dominating this hard. But either way, just a small little announcement for you guys here on the stream, or I mean the YouTube. On my stream, I'm preparing to make things a little bit better due to the fact that I got a sponsor for at least a month to, you know, revamp it, make it look a little nicer, spending some of that money to do so. And get ready for this. As long as I make sure to clean up the background and at least dress myself properly, I have an intention to use a webcam for once. Hooray! Webcam only for when certain things are not going on, because people will be walking behind me every now and then, and if they're around, I don't want them to show up on camera. But if it's just me in my lonesome in my house with my doggies, I'll show myself. Those who've already been watching my stream have already gotten the first glimpse of, you know, the doggos and a little bit of my room. So, hooray! I'm hoping to see you guys there, and hopefully you guys had a good season. And if you liked this video, remember to give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell up there somewhere so you actually get notifications to my videos, because YouTube and stuff.